Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I'm the ambassador of Cheese and Teas, Miss Mercury Stardust, and today you're going to learn all about what is burlesque. We're going to focus primarily on neo-burlesque and how it is today. If you're interested in the burlesque history, I will make future videos just for that. If you want to know right now, this very minute, please go to burlesquehalloffame.com and learn more about our wonderful history there. I'm going to give you 3 traits of what I think burlesque is. And then at the very end of the video, I'm going to tell you one burlesque performer that I think that if you take nothing else away, this will be the one person that you fall in love with. And you're going to be super excited about it because I have loved this performer for a long time. So stay tuned for that. The art of tease. First and foremost, burlesque is the art of tease. What does that mean, Mercury? Well, the art of tease is the art of reveal, slowly taking off items of clothing and revealing a little bit of your skin, like my bare arm. Burlesque can be whatever you want it to be. I always tell my students, you don't have to remove a single article of clothing in order to be burlesque. It's about being genuine and being sensual with the audience. Sometimes that's through dance itself, and sometimes it's about being theatrical on stage. I just wanted to clarify something. When I say that you don't need to remove a single article of clothing, what I mean is that you can come out just wearing pasties and a thong, or you could be coming out in a full gown and never be taking a single article of clothing off. It shouldn't mean that we're sanitizing burlesque. What I don't want people to take away from this is the idea that burlesque is classy stripping, or that burlesque should be family friendly. Burlesque is your own comfort level. What you are willing to expose to a bunch of strangers is on your own terms in your own way. Individuality. You will see performers of all sizes, colors, and gender identities on stages all across America. And that is very important. I think of burlesque as individuality. And that's about expressing your own story on your own terms in your own way. What makes burlesque so special is that the audience is trained to appreciate you. When you showcase your body and your individuality and you go all out to them, they cheer and they applaud and they cheer you on. Now, if you're like me and you spend a long time searching for a community that would appreciate you and care about you, an audience's response like that makes you feel so cherished and loved. I have dysphoria and dysmorphia. And when I hear an audience cheer and love me for showing my skin and being honest with them, they in return give me appreciation. People who look like me also feel loved. Because as they're watching the show, maybe there's no other trans women in the show, but then they see me getting all the love and appreciation, and then they know that they're seen in that room. And that can really change lives. Embracing your sexuality. There is one consistent trait of burlesque that is seen all across the board, and that is about connecting your sexuality in front of an audience, be it through a camera or be it on stage live. My personal story is that I'm a trans woman that came out through burlesque. I was doing Bur-lesque for 9 years, and then later in my career I came out as trans live on stage.
You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a minute to figure out.
Oh, that's way hotter than I thought. Okay, now that I have my coffee and I took my makeup off, let's talk candidly. I know some of you may be watching this and be thinking, that's not what I think burlesque is, or that's not what burlesque history is, and etc., etc. And I think it's important to acknowledge that burlesque is driven by individuals with different backgrounds and different points of views. And that means that burlesque is going to be a lot of different things for a lot of different people. And that's what makes it so wonderful and vast and beautiful. I believe burlesque is about body positivity, about self-love, about self-expression in the most vulnerable way possible. but that might not be true for everybody. Some people think this is about putting on femininity or trying to uphold the standards of beauty that our society says are accurate. And I may not agree with those things, but that could be someone's point of view, and that's also valid. What I think is important, however, is that we make sure that our stages, our casts, our crew represent diversity. That we're not just putting on a show that looks like a skinny white cis show that's all able-bodied and of all certain ages. I think it's important to be as diverse as you possibly can. That representation does truly matter. Having shows that involve POC, trans, queer, bodies of size, different ages, making sure that we're including people who are disabled, making sure that we are including different ways of life, because no matter how we turn it, there are amazing performers of all different backgrounds that deserve attention and love, and we should try our best to present that to the audience, because we should inspire people. We should make sure they love this art form as much as we do as well. I wouldn't be who I am right now if it wasn't for burlesque. I got to explore my life because of what this art form has opened up inside me, and that means so much to me, and I hope that can inspire other people as well. Please comment down below what you think is burlesque, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Now, back to past Mercury. So you want to learn more and you want to find what's out there. My biggest advice is to go to burlesquehalloffame.com and look through resources there. There's also amazing literature out there. My personal choice and recommendation is the Burlesque Handbook by Joe Weldon. This is an excellent resource that will get you started in the ins and outs of burlesque and give you more resources as you learn more about it. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. What burlesque performer do I think embodies so much of what makes this art form beautiful? And where do I go to find them? Well, the performer that I think you absolutely need to know as you start this journey is my personal favorite burlesque performer, and that is Loueez. Loueez is the embodiment of Neo burlesque. Every single performance I've seen from them has brought me to tears or screaming happiness or just overwhelming joy. Now, before I forget, they do a show called Jesus Juke Joint, which is an all-black burlesque review, and it is an absolutely beautiful show, and Jeezy's worked so very hard in it. So if you can support Jeezy and everything they do, they also have a Patreon that you can help them with down below. Supporting our amazing performers in this art form is super important, especially right now. So please, if you can, support Loueez. And there you go. That's burlesque. It can be anything you want it to be, and it can inspire you and inspire all of them around you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel for burlesque videos every Tuesday, and on Fridays, my own personal trans journey and everything with my life. Thank you so much for tuning in, and remember, everybody is a burlesque body. See you, everybody! It wouldn't be a burlesque video if I didn't do something rude and crude. That kind of hurt. You gotta make sure you don't hit your teeth. Oh, I'm sexy!